Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, it's Solvax here, and you're watching me attempt to cast StarCraft 2. Now we have another Team Echo replay here. It is a ZvP, I believe, here on this map, which is called, it's not called Shatter Valley or Doomed Valley. It is called, is Cloud Kingdom? No, it's not Cloud Kingdom. It doesn't actually matter. Let's start introducing our players here. Playing in the right-hand side corner of the map, playing in the blue color, representing the race Protoss, it is AXDuality. So I don't know what the AX stands for. Maybe some kind of team that I haven't heard of. But yeah, we're gonna call him Duality for now. I'm playing on the other side of the map, playing Zerg. Playing in the red color, it is the almighty Hordeon, my most favorite player from Team Echo. And like I said, yeah, this is a ZvP. On this map, ZvPs are very hectic because the third base position is all the way over here, and the mobility of Zerglings is, I mean, superstitious, that doesn't make any sense. The mobility of Zerglings is so goddamn fast that they can harass this space very easily. But in the meantime, we see no early aggression for both these players here, no proxy stuff coming in from Duality or Hordeon here. Duality is gonna scout his opponent, see no early pool, is gonna see that he can proceed with his what seems to be fast forge expand here. I believe it's gonna be that because he put the pile on the low ground here next to the ramp down here, probably, and his opponent is probably going for, what is this? It's a spawning pool. So spawning pool into hatchery here. He doesn't have enough minerals just to do it. He wants to get rid of this the probe here at the natural base here before he does that. Meantime, his opponent is going for a forge here at the natural expansion, so he's gonna attempt to wall it off before his opponents can do something here. But Hordeon did go for a pool first, so he will have some links here before he has this hatchery down. So yeah, he doesn't have enough to build that hatchery. He wants to just get rid of this probe. He should actually bring another drone here to get rid of this probe, because this probe is gonna be annoying him for quite some while here. And a cancel, and another cancel. Dude, bring another probe. That is so not funny. I mean, you're getting your and he manages to do it. So yeah, he manages to do it. Next is down, going after the forge here for Duality on the low ground here. He doesn't have anything. He didn't put down a gateway first. I was actually expecting him to go for a nexus first before the forge, because he saw that his opponent is going for spawning pool first, so he can punish it even more going for spawning pool first. But I think he was just a little bit scared because he saw that spawning pool first, and he saw that there is a chance of his opponent going for just a massive links followed by speed. Speed links against no gateways is like a instant GG. In the meantime, Hordeon is going for only one queen because that hatchery isn't yet finished here, and he's going for a very fast turret base here, a very incredibly fast turret base. So this is a 3 hatchery play here, only 2 links here to chase away that probe to get some map control, because his opponent has not yet managed to build this gateway. He has an overlord here that is gonna get scared away by the cannon, but that overlord gave him precious information here. See the timing of that gateway. It even survives here, so Hordeon is in a good position. Those 2 hatches will be finished in just a few seconds here. He needs to build additional queens, only 1 on the way because he has only 1 hatchery finished here. No gas is taken for Hordeon just yet, and his opponent has taken only 1 gas at this time, taking his second right now, and Duality is not taking up either. He's going for a cybernetic score here, probably gonna chrono boost that stalker out as soon as he can, making only 1 zealot here for the time being here. Very standard play. He wants to, I wouldn't call it tank, he wants a turtle on 2 base till he gets at least a few immortals or colossi, or at least until he figures out what his opponent is gonna be doing. But what he knows is that his opponent is he's going for a 3rd base. No, he doesn't. Oh, excuse me, I burped just a little bit. He doesn't know that his opponent has 3rd base here, which is going to be a big advantage for Hordeon here, but I think it's going to be scouted earlier than later here. Because Duality must be suspecting something for whatever reason. I don't know what the reason might be, but he must be suspecting something. There's a chrono boosted soccer coming out here. Is it chrono boosted? No, the warp gate research is gonna be chrono boosted. I just said that for the lulz of it. But in the meantime, Hordeon managed to get queens for every one of his bases here, I believe. 1 is on the way here, 1 is on the way here on the 2nd base. He is building a 3rd queen. Yes, where is that 3rd queen being built here? So yeah, Hordeon is transferring some drone on his 3rd base. He's got a 3rd base economy here. He's got a lot of drones actually. He's got so many drones at this point in time. He's got 36 drones, 6 more drones than his opponent has. His opponent is sitting on 2 bases at this point in time. So we will see what Duality decides to do. He's putting down the robotics bay because he doesn't have any scouting information. He wants to get that fast observer out to his opponent to see if he has a 3rd base. The only thing that Duality actually saw is the natural base. He even didn't saw any further attacking except the natural base being put down here. So he needs to see what the opponent is going to do. And what I see from Duality is going for another gas on the natural here. So he wants to do a very gas extensive build. And oh, this poor Overlord is not going to be able to escape here. Or will he? Oh, he manages. Oh, what a great position for that Overlord to be in, actually. Oh. And in the meantime, HoRdeon is droning very, very hard here because he sees that his opponent is not going for any sort of aggression here. He only has one gateway at this point in time, adding 2 more here. And one gateway is not enough to be aggressive whatsoever. That robotic base is going to be finished. We'll see what is the first thing he's going to make. So the Observer is going to be the first thing he's going to make. Where's he going to point it? Waypointed to apparently nowhere just yet. In the meantime, HoRdeon is moving off a small force of links here to the middle of the field. In the meantime, he's getting speed as well as 2 more gases, presumably on the natural basis here. He's getting a roach race. He wants to play that roach play. We'll see if he decides to go for a Hydra Den to associate with it, or if he decides to go straight into Lair, what is he's doing, and going for a, how do you call it, infestation people. We'll see what he decides to do. He's only on 4 gases, excuse me, 3 gases, excuse me, this point in time. 4 gases. Why do people keep doing that? That confuses me. Put gases on your natural and in your main so the casters are not confused. Meantime, he's going for a hatchery in his main base, a macro hatchery, as well as Zerg +1 missile attack. In the meantime, his opponent is going for immortals, a few immortals here, which is a good thing here. He isn't going for Immortal Sentry all in, from what I see here. He even didn't send that observer to scout for a 3rd base here, which is very strange here. As you can see, he doesn't see that 3rd base. He sees the 2nd base, but he doesn't see any tech. In the meantime, he has actually very well guessed what his opponent is going for, because he is building those immortals here, and roaches. Immortals counter roaches so hard that it's not even funny. In the meantime, he has only, I believe, 5 gateways on the field at this point in time, which is very, very small number of gateways. And HoRdeon is supply blocked, unfortunately, but that is what it is here. He had that one Overlord here blocking the 3rd base with creep here. He's going to take a few seconds for the creep to actually stop and retract here back here for him to be able to put down this 3rd base. And now a big wave of links coming in for HoRdeon. He's probably going to attack the 3rd base, try to get either the cancel or the just outright kill the 3rd base here. There's not enough to defend against this, I believe, because that's a lot of links here. And I think he needs to just charge in and surround all of those units. He will be able to destroy them all because there's so little of them. He will be... Oh, and Duality is doing a nice little dance here, but he's cornering himself next to the wall here. He might want to split off his unit, or he's gonna get surrounded by those rings. Get a nice round, but nice force field from those sentries here. He manages to save all of his units. He manages to plug down the 3rd base, and I think that he's secure now. He's gonna put down at least 1 cannon here, or no, he's gonna put down 2 gateways here to partially block this off, leaving only 1 access route through this side to the mineral line to the 3rd base. In the meantime, the infestation pit for HoRdeon has been finished here in the main base or the 3rd base. Where's the infestation pit? It probably is on the natural expansion here. I can't see the infestation pit. Where is the infestation pit? There's the infestation pit. So patches on glance and infestation pit is gonna be complete. In the meantime, Duality is putting on more gateways here, but he's only on, that's a very small number of gateways. He's only working on 1 robo and 1 forge here. So both of them are very similar in upgrades. As you can see, a +1 armor, a +1 armor going for both of these players, but I believe HoRdeon in the meantime has put down a 2nd evolution chamber going from +1 melee attack, so that might lead to I believe, no, it didn't. It can't lead to Brood Lords because he didn't even put a Spire down yet, and he didn't even went for Hive just yet. But we'll see what he decides to do. He's producing infestors on a regular base here. He's got a lot of infestors on the field, 2 more to come just yet, but he doesn't have anything to supplement this. He's going for 4th base in the middle here. He has that Roach Worm, but I don't believe he produced even 1 Roach Worm. He doesn't have even the upgrades on it, I believe. Yes, he did. He did in a research guile, a reconstitution, whatever is it called here. And that poor poor observer is gonna get sniped down. Nice play from HoRdeon here, and he's in a big lead at this point in time. He has 50 more supply than his opponents. He has 1 more base. This 3rd base isn't even beginning to start to be saturated for Duality here. He's only making 3 probes at a time, but he's making war prisons for him, so he might decide to go for some kind of harassment attack. Meantime, he's going for a Templar Arhavs as well as a robotic space. He might be transitioning into Colossi here, or is he gonna use it just for war prism upgrades? And now if he decides to do this, he's gonna walk into a big trap here, because I think that HoRdeon has this in his pocket. He might want to lure those units over to defenders because he manages manages to do that and land a few fungals, he will be able to destroy this whole force with ease, because those immortals, what are the main damage dealers of this army, are so weak against light units here that it's ridiculous here. Now he's gonna attack. Try to attack at least. He needs to land a few fungals. Fungal. And he lands the fungal on a lot of units here, but those force fields are very well, but they're not perfect. He's gonna get the surround on them, and he can make a few more roaches here to supplement this. He needs to put down more fungals, and all of those units are gonna get destroyed here. None of those units have shield. Almost all of the immortals are gonna get taken down from those zerglings, but he manages to escape here, throwing down a few with Infested Terrors here just to finish off that forces. Worth fungal here. He's gonna be able to take down at least one of those immortals. Second one is so low on health. He's gonna get taken down also because the force field have expired here. He's trying to save as much as units as he can, but those force fields are not very good. A few of those roaches, a few of those zerglings, excuse me, run by here, and if he just aims down a few more units, he will be able to take a few of them down. And at this point in time, HoRdeon has a lot of bank here and a lot of minerals to play with. And those Zerglings are very expendable for him. He's got a lot of infestors on the field, as well as he started producing roaches here. Only 2 at this point in time, because he already produced a lot of them. And now he's pushing his opponent back to his third base. He's in good position. Blink is still not ready yet, so he can do that blink micro he wants to do when you're playing against roaches. But again, 2 of those immortals are still alive here, and those immortals do so much damage to those roaches. And oh, the double guardian shield going down. A few of those infestors will get targeted down if he doesn't be careful here. He's throwing down a few infested terrors. I don't know why he's throwing fungals, because he has a lot of energy in those infested terrors. And now the whole army of duality is gonna get ripped up to shreds by the sheer number of HoRdeon's army here. He's not going for any more upgrades here. He's gonna be able to take down this third base, no problem whatsoever. Only one cannon opposing this third base getting down here, and HoRdeon is just being a badass, making like 60 lings and 5 infestors here. But the first Colossus is gonna be on the way here. No corruptors on the field here to deal with that Colossus, but I think that the amount of roaches that HoRdeon has he will be able to do a lot here. And now Duality is desperately trying to rebuild his army, putting down another gateway here, but the big problem is he doesn't have a lot of gateways. Really, he doesn't have a lot of gateways. There's a lot of minerals, but no gateways to actually supplement this. And that first immortal should be out somewhere around here, but I don't think he will be able to defend against this. He doesn't have any cannons on the way. He doesn't have anything to defend against this. He doesn't have the superior upgrades that he actually needs to defend against this huge army. Even though HoRdeon is deciding to pull back, I mean, I don't know if that's a good decision. He is one of those players that decides just to pull back and get more units, then go to destroy his opponents to go for a clear win. I don't know if that's the best idea. He might have just wanted to destroy his opponents right away, because he had the forces to do that. I mean, had those 60 links streaming in here and destroying his opponent completely. He could have done it, and yeah, he's one of those players that just wants to be sure of his victory. In the meantime, HoRdeon is working on 4 base here. He's got the third base up and running very, very well here, even putting down more spine crawlers and I believe a few spores here just to be safe of any harassment coming down his way. But because that's the only thing that Duality can actually do, he needs to cripple HoRdeon's economy here. He needs to make him spend as much as minerals as he can and hope he can get back in his game. And again, HoRdeon is advancing here with a lot of units, but now that Duality has 1 Colossus here, he will be able to do so much damage to those links here that it's gonna be ridiculous. I mean, but still, HoRdeon has a lot of units. He's got so many infestors here, as well as so many roaches to attack at this unit. And if he manages to fungal all of those units, those 2 Colossi are not gonna mean a thing here, because Duality is even splitting his units, trying to lure his opponents into attack here. But I don't think it's gonna matter, because HoRdeon has so many units here. He's got so many infestors. If he lands a few fungals, he's going to be able to completely crush this army. Even though of the good blink macro from Duality, he's not going to be able to do it because the roach is doing so much damage to those Colossi. But those Colossi are still not going down here. A few infestors are going out, a few additional units getting morphed in, warped in by Duality are not going to make a big of a difference, because the bulk of those roaches is still survived, even a few Zerglings have survived, and now they're trying to chase down the Colossi here that still live. He needs to target down the Colossi with everything that he has, because those Colossi are doing so much damage to his light units here. They killed all of his Zerglings on their own. I mean, this Colossi has 22 kills, and this one has 20 kills, so they have racked up kills and kill after kill. And what HoRdeon needs to do is actually reinforce his unit, because those Colossi are going to be doing so much damage to his light units. He's spewing out a few infested terrors that are gonna get killed by those Colossi. Unfortunately, they could have done something, but they're so slow. It's so really unfortunate here. In the meantime, Hordeon is going for that Greater Spire as well as starting producing the Corruptors here just to deal with these Colossi here if Duality manages to make more of them. But in the meantime, guys, there's so many legs here surrounding those Zealots. He might just want to march in the main base and go for the middle line here. No Colossus sitting on the field. A GG from Duality. Hordeon wins. Another win from Team Echo. I don't believe this was a I believe a ladder game, and Team Hordeon is a High Masters player, I believe. Yes, he's a High Masters player. As you can see from his play, his skill is amazing. So I hope you enjoyed this cast. My name has been Solfax from Team Echo. Be sure to check out their YouTube page. That is down in the description below. And until next time, guys, keep it steady and carry on.